According to winteriscoming.net, the costume designer for Game of Thrones, Michele Clapton, has released the most insane spoiler for Game of Thrones Season 7 yet. Now before we begin, this is going to be the formal spoiler warning. Click away right now if you do not want to know anything about Game of Thrones Season 7. Alright, so anything that Miss Clapton was going to release in the spoiler department is going to have to be with costumes. So she released the spoiler involving Jon Snow having a new addition to his costume going into Season 7. That new addition is going to be a cape. Now, the cape is supposed to be modeled after Ned Stark, similar to, you know, in this image right here, the one that Ned Stark used to wear back in Season 1. But the first image that popped into my mind when I hear a cape, I think of a superhero. And what does a superhero exude? Power. Jon Snow will be exuding power next season. Now, she does further mention that Jon Snow will not be wearing this cape all the time. For example, he loses it when he travels north of the wall. And the actor Kit Harington was actually excited about this because it would make him more agile, making it easier for him to fight. She also mentions that Jon Snow fully embraces the wildling side when he goes north of the wall. But there are also other times when Jon Snow will not have the cape. Jon Snow will not have a cape when he meets, another quick spoiler warning, Daenerys. This is the major spoiler she released. She actually mentions in the interview that Jon Snow does not have the cape on when he meets Daenerys for the first time, which is crazy because when Jon Snow doesn't have on the cape, it's almost like he's a little bit more vulnerable. I think this cape is going to be pretty intimidating. We all remember the one that Ned Stark used to wear, and this cape is modeled after that. I'm going to go ahead and make a bold prediction here and say that Sansa is actually the one who makes it for him in the TV show. If you are enjoying this video, please slap a like on it and make sure you subscribe. Also, go ahead and click the notification bell and turn those on for me. All of those things are free, and it greatly helps out my channel by promoting this video. As soon as I heard that when Jon Snow actually enters Daenerys' chambers for the first time, he is not wearing his cape, showing his more vulnerable side. Now, this is another spoiler warning, but according to the plot leak, Jon Snow and Daenerys will bang each other. And I honestly did not want to believe that, partly because I'm a huge fan of Daenerys, but mainly because it would be rushed. It would not fit in with the style and, you know, the aesthetic of the show. If you guys are rewatching like me right now, you know that the first 4 seasons of the television show are insane, and then when you go from season 4 to 5, it almost feels like a completely different show. Like, I did not know what was going to happen, you know, while rewatching. And I know a lot of stuff from the novel, so I didn't know what to expect. But in the back of my mind, it was still like, oh, there could be that chance of something that I missed, which will completely change the entire story for me. So with that being said, in order for me to believe a relationship between Jon Snow and Daenerys is a real thing, and they are going to get together by the end of this season, I need to see some sort of character development in that department of each of them showing their vulnerability. Now, I actually expected Jon Snow to not be the one to do that first. I think what would make him you know, kind of whipped in and checked his, like, northern persona, like, you know, northerners are very proud. In order for him to shed that, he would have to see something like, I don't know, 3 fucking dragons and know that this woman means business. So the fact that Jon Snow is showing his vulnerable side first, I think that's how you get in good grace with Daenerys, because all of the men that she has dated have shown them their vulnerable side first, and then Daenerys, you know, grows akin to him. So we can pretty much take away from this and this next part that I'm about to get into, Miss Michele Clapton has pretty much confirmed and pretty much dropped a whole bunch of spoilers on us. She goes on in this interview to say that Jon Snow is wearing his cape in the presence of Cersei. Now, fan art for this scene that involves pretty much every single major cast member has released months ago, like concept art and people doing fan art once they found out that the concept art could potentially be legit. You know, we've been hearing about this in these hundreds of plot leak videos that are all over YouTube that lots of people in the Game of Thrones community have made, myself included. You know, we've been knowing about this for a while. She basically confirmed it by saying that Jon Snow is wearing his cape in the presence of Cersei. So that means that Jon Snow is going to mean fucking business. I think that we are going to get the scene with Jon Snow with his cape in the Dragon Pit in King's Landing with Daenerys. We actually have a shot of Sandor from that clip. I want to give a super special thank you to winteriscoming.net. And if you guys want to check out this article for yourself, you can actually click the link down below in the description. I know it kind of seems like I abruptly ended there, but if you want me to go into further detail about the spoilers, and then if you want me to do like quick refresher courses on the plot leak and leaked filming spoilers, write down in that comment section down below and let me know. I want to thank you all so much for watching. The like goal for this video will be 150. If you would like to enter my contest for once I reach 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube and you can win this lovely Daenerys Dark Horse figurine, all you have to do to enter that contest is like this video, comment down below, subscribe to me here on YouTube, and then hop on Twitter and on Instagram if you have accounts on that form of social media and follow me. My name's Mark, and this has been Sir Hunt's Reviews.